Hey everybody, I just got off work, but I was going to give you guys some tips and tricks for how to record and upload flipping videos on YouTube. Now before I get into the actual logistics of how to record and upload it, I want to start with some tips and tricks about your recording process, so that way if you've already started uploading and you've had issues, this will hopefully help. So in general, a lot of people have a lot of problems trying to upload balisong flipping onto YouTube. You know, YouTube will take it down, flag their videos, say that you're a minor. Now, first off, I want to say that if you are a minor, then you basically can't make flipping videos because YouTube just doesn't want you doing that. They consider it a violation of their terms of service, stating minor participating in a dangerous activity. Yes, you can just flip trainers and they will still take it down because trainers, I guess, are considered dangerous to YouTube. Even if you try to get it repealed and have an actual human review the footage, it will still get taken down. So if you're under 18, I'm not going to suggest that you do that. But if you're over 18 and they're still getting taken down and they're still calling you a minor, one of the biggest things you can do is do not show your face. So don't show your face in your videos because oftentimes, you know, if you're a younger person, YouTube looks at that and they say, oh, that must be a child. Don't know why, that's just what they do. So don't show your face. One thing that can help is to only flip trainers, but in general that should not be necessary. But if you're still having repeated issues, I would definitely consider trying that. Specifically, you want to flip trainers that don't look like live blades. And what I mean by that is the Nautilus, for instance, would not be a trainer that doesn't look like a live blade. Because when you're flipping this, it still has a blade silhouette and it's still blade adjacent. Because YouTube just uses an algorithm for that sort of thing. So the algorithm isn't going to look and say, oh, well, there's holes and this is thick, so it's not sharp. It just says, oh, that's like vaguely blade shaped, and then it will flag it. So there's that. That is one of the big ones. Another big one is to avoid YouTube Shorts. So YouTube Shorts, they're great. You know, you'll just be doom scrolling, and they can be a great way to get subscribers. But YouTube does not like balisongs in YouTube Shorts for one reason or another. Now, in general, if you do get subscribers from Shorts, they won't actually watch your full-length videos anyway. So it's basically just inflating your subscriber count, but not actually getting more views. But if you still want to do Shorts, this is what you have to do, in my experience. Obviously, no face. Sometimes no talking can help, especially if you have a higher voice. Then that is especially where you want to make sure you're flipping something that does not look like a live blade. That is the best way I've found, like a squiddy or something. Those are usually fine, but live blades, no. That is, I think those are the biggest ones that you want to keep in mind in terms of how you're going to go about recording your videos. Now, a great way that you can avoid this is, for instance, if you become a YouTube partner. So if you become a YouTube partner, you don't have to worry about that as much because you will have a direct line of communication with YouTube. Now, for those of you who don't know, to become a YouTube partner, you need a couple things. Now, I'm not a YouTube partner, but if I remember it correctly, you have to post 3 videos in the last 90 days, have to have at least 500 subscribers, and 3,000 public watch hours in the last year. So if you get those things, you can apply and hopefully get accepted. But generally, to get the watch hours, you're going to need a lot more than 500 subscribers. And that's just how that is. But one other tip that I would suggest doing is to label them as balisongs and only refer to them as balisongs. Do not use the term butterfly knife because we don't want YouTube thinking they're knives. Especially trainers, because they're not. They're balisongs, that's what they are. Now, that kind of ends my tips and tricks for flipping and recording. But now I want to talk about how do you record. So there's two main ways to record. You can do head mounted, like me, will flips, blade bias, all head mounted. Or you can do handheld. Balisong flippings, handheld. I think there's a guy got pigeons, handheld. I think ghost flipping, if I remember correctly, is handheld. Both of which have benefits and downsides. Benefits of head mounted is you don't have to hold it, you don't have to worry about framing, you have both of your hands, so you can do, tricks that involve both of your hands, like passing, transfers, things like that. But handheld has benefits of not needing a head mount, so if you don't have a head mount, you're already good to go. And you can actually see what the camera is recording while you're filming. Because sometimes I would like to know what my camera is actually picking up in this frame, but I can't see that. So those are the two downsides, both of which are fine. Now, if you're thinking, well, I would love to record, but I don't have a camera, don't worry, because modern phones are plenty good enough. I don't use my phone, but there are plenty of YouTubers who do use their phone to record. And to be honest, you can't tell the difference. If your phone has a 0.5 lens, I would suggest using that one, as if you're doing handheld, it's often quite difficult to actually get the flipping in frame. But that is pretty much all you need to know for recording. If you have a head mount, play around with some different angles, different FOVs and such, till you find one that looks good and you like. And then try to replicate that as much as you can. And then, uploading it to YouTube. Ideally, if you have some kind of editor, there's lots of free ones. Like DaVinci Resolve, I believe, has a free version. You can pop it in there, adjust the volume if you need to, adjust the coloring so that the colors look nice. And then you can upload it to YouTube. And what I would suggest doing is upload it to YouTube as a private video. So upload it as private and schedule it to go public. And the reason you want to schedule it is because you want to develop an upload schedule. YouTube likes channels that have consistent uploads. It does not like channels that'll post like 3 videos on one day and then they won't post again for a week. It's better to record multiple videos and then spread the releases out over time. That's what YouTube likes. That tends to give you the best growth results in the algorithm. So that is what I would suggest doing. From there, there's just thumbnails, trying to come up with thumbnails that people like and titles that seem clickable. And of course, the idea behind the video. But that is kind of my tips and tricks if you wanted to get started start recording balisong videos for YouTube. That was all I had for today. We have a subscriber goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. There will be a face reveal and a new project thing announcement. Very hyped. Yeah, I think we'll have no problem reaching that, to be honest, but any support is much appreciated. But I hope you've all had a wonderful day, and until next time, keep flipping.